Josie is an up-and-coming new country singer-songwriter from Townsville in northern Queensland, and she grew up riding shotgun in her dad's Western Star road train. She is now sharing the stage with legends like James Johnston, Brad Cox, Travis Collins, Troy Cassadaly and Lane Pittman, while she quickly carves out her own lane in the Australian country music scene. Those long-haul trips with her father were more than just k's down the road. They were where she learned the value of hard work and found the inspiration for the songs she writes today that are filled with the dust, grit and honesty of life on the road, capturing the heart of Australia's outback. Despite having a mere handful of tracks on streaming services, Josie has already hit over 1 million streams on Spotify, snagged spots on major editorial playlists and climbed country radio charts across the globe. Her breakout single, Freight Man, went viral on TikTok, racking up over 5 million views, and it struck a chord with trucking legends around the world, earning the nickname The Onion Song for its ability to move even the toughest people to tears. Josie's latest single, the amazing track I played a minute ago entitled Nothing Without Truckin', amply demonstrates this gifted songwriter's ability to tell a great story with a fantastic 3-minute song. I'm delighted to have Josie standing by on the phone, waiting to have a chat with me, so let's bring her on air right now without any further delay. Hello, Josie, how are you going?
I'm great, Harry. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got a nice day here in Melbourne, so we celebrate those when we get them.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the 4 seasons in a day.
and counting.
And counting.
Yeah, there's days when we have more than that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Now, I've got, where's my list of questions? Here we are. Shuffling paper, which is a no-no on radio, but anyway. So, look, welcome to the Country Club. It's great to have you on the show. This is our first time that we've had a chat. Without any further ado, tell us the story behind Nothing Without Truckin'. Did you write that yourself, or was it a co-write?
It was a co-write, but I did write this one by myself pretty much, like years ago. And it was always one that I had in my back pocket. I'd play it at band shows and, you know, whatnot, and I was like, yep, this is pretty cool. Anyway, I went down to the studio, which happens to be in Melbourne as well.
Okay.
I took them a bunch of songs, and I was like, all right, look, I don't even know what I want to do this week. This is what I've got. And this one really stuck out, and I knew that it was one that I wanted to record eventually, but I just wasn't sure if it was quite there yet. Anyway, we gave it a little tidy up and changed a couple of melodies and stuff, but predominantly this song was, all my words and my melodies, so I'm pretty proud of that. And we, pretty much just put a little bow on it and hit record, and now we have Nothing Without Truckin'.
And the world is better for it, let me tell you. I love the song. You did a great job writing it, and big kudos to you and the rest of the team that recorded it and put it out there. It's a great song, really is.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. But I'm just curious, what was? It might be an obvious question to ask, but what was the inspiration to write it? You said you wrote it, a long time ago, but what was the thinking behind it?
Well, this one obviously with that beautiful spiel you gave me earlier.
Okay.
I grew up driving around in a road train with my dad,
Oh, really?
so my whole life was spent in the cab of a truck, and I think it really instilled from quite a young age just how much without trucks Australia stops. That's the famous saying, and I think this song was really my way of saying that in my words and my storytelling ability. And obviously my dad driving trucks my whole life. He's still driving trucks today.
Oh, really?
And absolutely. I reckon he's
good on him.
I think he needs to probably step out of the truck for a second, but he absolutely loves it, and it's his whole life. And I think seeing his passion in the industry has really shaped my perspective on it, and also just my appreciation, because we really got nothing without trucking. And I think this song is my way of spreading that appreciation and gratitude for the industry. And I think a lot of them are really honoured to have something like this out there and people relating to that, because I think the truckies are always looking for some reassurance, and I think this is one of them that they can wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, pop it on, get it going down the road, and it'll give them that little peck up, Yeah, you know what? We got nothing without truck, and that's right. And yeah, so it's kind of just my track of appreciation, really.
Wow, 3 a.m. in the morning. I go to bed at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
No, not really. I used to back when I was playing in bands and so forth. But yeah, nowadays it's more like midnight or 1 o'clock.
Performing lifestyle does take a bit of a toll on the bedtimes, doesn't it?
It does. I just haven't been able to adjust my my body clock to normal
It's
times.
Weird. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, truckie's much the same.
I guess, yeah. And look, just as a matter of interest, one of the community service announcements I read out earlier concerns a memorial for truck drivers up in Alexandra in Victoria, where they've got a memorial there, and it's a gorgeous thing. It really is. If you ever get the chance to get to Alexandra, or you going past, have a stop. It's in the Rotary Park. But anyway, it's a beautiful piece of work, and it's a real tribute to truck drivers that we've lost over the years. And there's going to be a Memorial Day coming up next Saturday, I think. And people will be able to go there, and they're going to add another 12 plaques onto the wall there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is, and it's great to see that happening. Because I think truck drivers do a great job.
Absolutely.
They're indispensable to service they provide, and it's underestimated.
Absolutely, I think that's a big part of this song is really just showing people that may not realise otherwise that they're a huge part of our country. I mean the world. It's not just Australia.
Indeed. So, yes, you're quite right. Yep. And especially in remote areas, like in Australia. I mean, we've got remote areas like no other country in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Places that are cut off by floods and are going through
conditions of the land and Dad's been stuck out in the floods for the last 4 days.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's hard to escape, and the sort of work he does as well, he, heads way out west and into rural places and stations, so he can be without service for days, and he could be stuck and no one would know. And it's, it's a scary, lifestyle. But that's just another reason why, I'm so grateful for, the hard work that goes into being a truck driver and providing for the country.
And you've driven road trains yourself?
I drove one the other day.
Oh, really?
I don't have my license, and I don't think I'm anywhere near acquiring a license.
Okay.
But I've steered it down the road a few times with Dad when I was a kid. But the other day we filmed a music video for this song, and I actually was like, you know what? Let's just drive it around the yard. So we drove it around the yard, bobtail, and then I was like, okay, this is hard. And then we had 3 trailers on, and Dad's like, all right, go on, take it down the road and turn it around in the truck yard at the end of the road. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I drove a road train. Now that's going to be my claim to that. And I have driven a road train now. And we didn't stall it. We didn't hit anything. We didn't take out any fences. We're good.
Okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of I saw this YouTube clip, and it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about, I guess. But there was this really young lady, and she was she was a truck driver, and this video showed her reversing this semi down this curved sort of laneway. It was really narrow, and she did. It was just like another Tuesday for her. You know what I mean? She just packed this thing down there like it was nothing. I was just so impressed. But anyway,
it's so impressive, and there's some crazy manoeuvres that Dad's done for sure. And like the other day at our music video filming, the music video guys who don't really have anything to do with trucks, they're like, oh, is it okay if you just can pull it around here and pull it into this area? And he's like, bloody oath, mate, I'll take it anywhere you want. I'll reverse the thing with the 3 trailers on in that spot if you want. Like, I think it becomes a bit of a show-off thing that they can do these manoeuvres, but they really can. Just he knows it like the back of his hand.
Yeah, that's amazing. I tell you, I've got nothing but admiration for truckies. I think that they do such a great job, and like I said, it's undervalued, I think. But anyway, that's all right. Now let's get back to music. Where can people buy your music?
Well, I'm on all of the platforms ever, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. If you just search up Josie and Nothing Without Truckin', we should pop up there. It's a cool little cover photo of the trucks all lined up when it was flooding up here in North Queensland. So it's a pretty special photo for the cover photo.
Right.
But yeah, that's how you'll find me everywhere. And I'm on all the socials as well, at Josie Official with 2 L's on the end. Someone stole the one with 1 L, so I think it makes it memorable though. We got 2 L's on the end. Josie Official.
Well, that's good to know. Now, I was going to ask you something, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So, how long have you been playing music? I mean, when did you actually, pick up a guitar and start playing?
I was about 10 when I picked up the guitar for the first time. Wow. And my mum used to play and had guitars in the house, just very casually. Okay. And I always, would go and just strum the guitar and make some noise, but it definitely didn't sound any good. Okay. So one day I was like, all right, Mum, you got to teach me a chord or two. Okay. So she did that, and then I just, I picked it up and off I went, and I'm self-taught for the most part. Just, purely driven by the passion of wanting to get into it. And I've been singing my whole life ever since I was a little kid, and writing songs since I was about 7. So it's definitely just something that's been a massive part of my life. And it's really cool that, now I'm starting to achieve some of these dreams that, that little 7-year-old would be absolutely over the moon to know that I'm doing. So
I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, it's a buzz, isn't it? Getting up on stage in front of a crowd and, entertaining them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely marvellous. But so I've got to ask, what's your favourite thing about being a performer? Getting up and playing live in front of a crowd.
I think it's the fans. I feel like a lot of people would say that, but it really is. We don't have a career without the fans. We don't have any reason to go and perform without the fans. And getting messages on the daily of people, just letting you know how much your music means to them, or they've just found your music or just heard it on radio, and, those sorts of things, they really just keep you going, especially when you're having days where you're wondering what's going on, what is all this heartache for, and money spent, but, it all comes down to that, and it's really special to have really supportive people behind you, and the fact that the most supportive people behind you can be strangers sometimes, so pretty special, so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about your influences. You must have, people that have influenced you in a musical sense. So just list a few if you can.
Well, I absolutely adore Ella Langley, an American artist. She is just something else. I wish I could be her. Wish I could write her songs. She is just an absolute idol of mine. Right. And then, of course, we got the big dog, Morgan Wallen. He has been a big influence of mine and kind of my, introduction into sort of mainstream country, I suppose. Okay. Pop rock country. One of his first albums was, my favourite album, and what really got me into that sound. And then we've got, Gretchen Wilson and Alan Jackson, all those sorts of people. Yeah. I've really been influenced by a lot of American artists, and I think that kind of shows in my sound, which
nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you have to acknowledge that they invented country music. So and they were very generous. They gave it to the rest of the world, and we just ran with it.
We run with it. Yep.
Yeah, and I think we do a great job of it here in Australia. I really do. Because we're so similar to America in many ways. So, it's no surprise that country is it's got a very popular niche here in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is great to see. All right, now getting back to your performing, what's been your most memorable experience so far as a performer?
Definitely, hands down, this moment here. I was playing Country Fest last year, which is a festival up north in Bloomsbury. It's kind of near Airlie Beach. Mm-hmm. And the headliner was James Johnston, along with Morgan Evans. It was pretty cool. Cool festival to be part of. But James Johnston asked me to get up and sing same songs with him. And I think that was one of the absolute highlights of the career was, standing side of stage with the in-ears in and listening to, the cues happening and just getting the buzz of all right, my part's coming up. I got to walk out there, and walking out there and seeing the crowd he's just got so captivated, and it's a headline crowd. The last set of the night, it was just something else, and I think that's been a massive part of my career so far, and something that's really inspired me to want to keep doing this and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. So thanks, James.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely been a highlight.
Yeah, he's a great singer. I've got a lot of his tracks in my playlist. I've got a lot of time for that guy. He's great.
Phenomenal.
And the way you describe it, I got to be honest, I'm getting goosebumps, just because you describe it so well. I can visualise it, and I can put myself in your place, walking out on stage with James Johnston,
It was very special.
Wow, yeah, I reckon. Gee, that's great. Oh, I love it. Which leads me to another really weird question, but I've got to ask it anyway, and I guess James Johnston will be mentioned again. But if you could pick any three people to be on stage with you, who would they be?
Well, I'd have to go back to Ella Langley, like I mentioned before.
Sure.
That would be a dream come true.
Right.
I mean, James, I'm happy to share the stage with him again, mate, if he wants me to get up and sing. I might think about it. No.
Fair
Who
enough.
else?
Yeah, you got one more, come on.
One more.
Alan Jackson.
I mean, well, yeah, look, that would be just absolutely iconic.
Sorry, I got to throw him in because he's one of my favourites.
Throw him in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and one of his song "Little Bitty" that was something that me and Dad used to cruise along the roads listening to probably like 5 times in a row throughout Northern Territory, just having Little Bitty on blast. So he was a really big part of that as well.
One of my favourite Alan Jackson songs is "Tall, Tall Trees."
Oh yes. Love that.
I'll give you "Tall, Tall Tree." It's just a great song. I love that chorus. It's just, I mean, guys sing about, giving, their ladies like a diamond ring or, a shiny new car. No, not Alan Jackson. Tall trees.
Tall trees. All the water in the seas.
That's it. I love it. I absolutely love it. What a take on it. But anyway, we've got a couple of minutes left, so just let's go through what's next for you. What do you got coming up in the way of gigs, or is there an album coming out? You got any festivals that you booked for? Yeah, so
I've got some pretty cool stuff happening up north over the next few weeks. I'm playing a festival that's like a multi-venue festival as part of Q Music, which is Queensland's music body.
Okay.
Called Northern Sound, which is happening on Thursday coming up, which is fun. I love playing music on a weeknight.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
so I'm really looking forward to that, and it's going to be a full band original show as well, which is always so much fun. So keep it on the socials for those who are a bit too far from Townsville to make it. I'll make sure to post some videos and whatnot. But I've got that one coming up. I've got a support slot for Amber Lawrence coming up in Townsville, which is also going to be awesome. Cannot wait.
Wow.
June 20th, I think that is. And I have a few other little things in the pipeline, but really looking forward to seeing what this year brings me, and hopefully some new music as well. I do have a few of them in my back pocket waiting to go, so we'll see when they come out. But hopefully just working on building the image and the brand and getting things rolling this year. Excellent.
That sounds great. All right, look, we're out of time, so I'll have to sign off. But I just want to thank you so much, sincerely, for taking the time to have this chat with me on a Sunday afternoon.
Thank you so much for supporting me and having me on. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm all about supporting good Aussie talent, and you tick that box very, very well. So I hope this isn't the last time that we have a chat on the radio.
Me too.
Because I would absolutely look forward to doing this again, I've got to tell you. But anyway, look, I do appreciate it, and I thank you again. So, and I wish you all the best. Safe driving, and pass my regards on to your dad. Tell him I'm, a big fan of truck drivers.
I will.
Great stuff. And again, thank you. And all the best to you and the people you care about. And I hope you have an absolutely gorgeous career. And I'm sure you will.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, hopefully we'll chat again soon.
Hopefully, yes, I agree. Okay. We'll sign off now. So thank you, Josie, and we'll talk to you next time.
Will do. Catch you on the flip side.
No worries. Bye-bye for now.
See ya.